Ayo, what's good, reader fam? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Do I Have That Book challenge. I've seen this challenge going around and honestly it's bringing me back to 2014 booktube. Can I get a big old throwback up in here? Because that's exactly what it feels like. I don't know if many of you were around during that time, but we had this challenge that went around called the Bookshelf Scavenger Hunt, and that's basically what this tag is. There are all these questions asking if you have different types of books and you must find those books on your bookshelves. Easy peasy. This challenge was created by keeping tabs. I will link her channel down below in the doobly-doo. That's what I used to call the description box, and since today feels like a throwback, we're calling it the doobly-doo. Link to her channel down below in the doobly-doo. Without further ado, let's get started. Do you have a book with deckled edges? I do. I'm a deckled edges lover. I don't get the deckled edged hate. I mean, what did they do to you? They're just a little different than normal pages. They're the hipsters, if you will, of book pages, but maybe that's why everybody hates them. They're trying to be different and people just can't stand that. If I could have it my way, all books would have deckled edges. Heck, I'd have deckled edges. I don't know how that would work, but I'd have deckled edges if I could. And we live in a world where no one hated deckled edges. Deckled edges would be the norm, and normal pages wouldn't be normal. They'd be abnormal. To be honest, I don't know what about them I love so much, because it's literally just some paper with some texture on it, but I have insta-love with the book every time I see it. Anyway, I guess I can show you some books with deckled edges I have. No. Did anybody order a deckled edges sandwich? Cause I've got one for you. This would be a huge sandwich if it was an actual sandwich. Attempts to eat sandwich. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you like this? It's not a sandwich, they're books. I don't even know if you can tell they're deckled edges. Do I need to get closer? Ugh, I'll get closer. Do you see the deckled edges? Do you see their deckled greatness? They're deckled, I tell you, they're deckled. Hopefully that was proof enough and you believe me. If you don't believe me, I can't help you. I don't know how to help you. Do you have a book with 3 people on the cover? Aha, the Sea of Monsters kind of has 3 people. It has Percy, Annabeth, and Grover on it. They're little silhouettes. Crushed it! 3 people and a snake. This counts. The Lost Hero has 3 people. Magnus chasing the gods of Asgard. Uno, dos, tres, egg. Book 3 in the Trials of the Apollo series. We got 3 people. 1, 2, 3. The moral of the story here is that it's not uncommon to have 3 people on a book cover. It's pretty common. Also, the other moral of the story is that I can count at least to 3. I'm capable of counting to 3. And that's something to be happy about. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that one. I was just about to applaud myself and then I was like, no, pat on the back. Psych, pat on the back. Psych, pat on the... I'm stopping. I'm done. Cancel me. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Yes, I have plenty. Next. Oh, you wanted me to like show them to you? That's the point of this video? Okay, I will show them to you. Bloodleaf by Crystal Smith is a retelling of the grim fairy tale, The Goose Girl. Wow, I had a brain fart, but it farted. It tooted out the answer. Next. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, though it most definitely swayed off the original story. I just remembered the fact that Throne of Glass is technically a Cinderella retelling, which, whoa, it definitely paved its own path. It was like... Cinderella, who? Obviously we've got the Lunar Chronicles, which is a retelling of a bunch of different fairy tales. Cinderella, the Little Red Riding Hood, Rapunzel, Let Down Your Hair, and Snow White. I also always forget that the Infernal Devices trilogy is technically loosely based off A Tale of Two Cities. So yeah, I've got plenty of retellings living on my bookshelf. We are 3 questions in and I've slam dunked each and every one of them. Watch me as I fail all the next ones now that I've said that. Do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? I'm sure I do, but I have no idea which one is gonna be 10 letters long. Does this mean that I'm really gonna have to go through my bookshelf and count each book title until I find one that's 10 letters long? I'm already not excited about this. Where do I even begin? None of these even look like they're 10 letters long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. I hate everything. 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. This is driving me crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10! I found one! Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. What did you do today? Oh, just counted book titles on my bookshelves until I found a title with 10 letters long. Wow, you're really out here living, huh? Hooray! Now can I get those 10 minutes of my life back, please? Do you have a book with a title that starts with the same letter that it ends with? Psh, I got you. I'm saying that as if I have a title in my mind already, but I don't. I'm gonna find one right now. It's happening. This really feels like the bookshelf scavenger hunt, guys. I found one that was easier than I expected it to be. Noggin starts with an N, ends with an N. Noggin, Stop me while I get carried away into some stupid jingle that all of you guys will be rolling your eyes at. Noggin! It has an N at the beginning and it ends with an N. Noggin. I have a noggin. ASMR. What is happening right now? How did this get to this point? Unfortunately, I didn't like this book. Why do I still have it? I don't know. That's a really good question. I should get rid of it, but I just I can't seem to let you go. I promise I had no coffee before filming this video. I'm not sure what's happening to me, but I'm losing it, clearly. Do you have a mass market paperback book? I do. I love mass market paperbacks. I have these ones right here. They're small little babies. They're small little book babies. That's why I love them so much.
They're so little.
Despite the fact that they get damaged easily,
I love them.
like, these spines are not durable at all. You have it open for like 1 minute and it's already developing a crack on the spine. I haven't even read this one and it's already got a crack on the spine. Like, what's up with that? And the covers also get bent up super easily, so they're not the most durable books, and yet I can't help but love them. They deserve to be loved too, just like every other book format out there. I don't know why I'm getting so worked up right now, but I think it's because so many people hate on mass market paperbacks, and they deserve love, just like every other book out there. What is happening today? I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed today because something is happening, and I'm sorry that you all have to witness it. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Lemony Snicket, the author of the A Series of Unfortunate Events series. I remember when I first found this out and my childhood went in the trash. It was a really sad day. It was the bad beginning of a series of unfortunate events. I hate myself. I hate myself so much. I remember wanting to do a report on Lemony Snicket in like the 5th grade or something because I wanted to be him, and I'm pretty sure every assignment I had, I tried to work in a series of unfortunate events in some way. But for this specific assignment, we had to pick a person, read a biography or an autobiography on the person, and then do a report on them. The book that we chose had to be nonfiction for obvious reasons. So I was like, oh, I'll read the unauthorized autobiography of Lemony Snicket. And my teacher was like, but that's fiction. And my little 5th grade brain could not wrap its mind around the fact that this book that he had written about himself wasn't real. I was like, but it's a book about Lemony Snicket. He wrote it. It's real, but it's fiction. But Lemony Snicket wrote it. He's real. He's alive. Yes, but fiction. You're fiction. In the end, she let me do the report on the book. And I'm pretty sure it's because she didn't want to break my heart and reveal the fact that Lemony Snicket is a pen name. Not that it's that big of a deal. I just thought that Lemony Snicket was a real person. Do you have a book with the character's name in the title? A book title with the character's name in it. I know I have one. Aha, try a book with 2 character names in the title. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Are we ever gonna get an Eleanor and Park sequel? She had no problem writing a sequel for Carry On, and yet we have yet to get a sequel for Eleanor and Park. I've only been waiting 6 years. It's okay. Give Catty-tastic what she wants, but leave Jesse the Reader out of it. I see how it is. I see how it is. Tick-tock, Rainbow, tick-tock. Do you have a book that has 2 maps in it? Why have 1 map in your book when you can have 2 for the price of 1 book? I think I do have one that has 2 maps. I feel like Crooked Kingdom has 2 maps. Oh, it's on my other bookshelf. 1 second. You dingbat over here forgot that he had Crooked Kingdom on his other shelf in his room. But anyway, Crooked Kingdom does in fact have 2 maps. We got 1, we got 2. Bada bing, bada boom. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yes, in fact, we've got a whole series here that was turned into a TV show. Shadowhunters! I always forget how heavy these books are until I hold them all at once. Not that I just randomly go and pick them up and hold them from time to time, but when I hold them for videos, I'm like, holy crap, these are heavy. Would not recommend traveling with this series unless you've got the audiobook or the ebook, because these would be a pain and a half to carry around with you. Like, imagine just having these in a backpack on your back through the airport. You're late to your connecting flight and you've got to run through the airport with these on your back. Yeah, not a fun time. Literal bricks you're carrying on your back that are probably slamming against your back as you're running through the airport. No fun. I enjoy this series, but I would never take it traveling with me ever. Do you have a book written by somebody who was originally famous for something else? Yes, yes, yes. Becoming by Michelle Obama. She was originally famous for being one of the first ladies. If you didn't know, now you know, and she's iconic in every sense of the word. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I'm pretty sure one of the Clockwork triplets has a clock on it. Yep, what do you know? Big Ben makes an appearance on the first book. Big Ben giving us a nice photobomb here. He's like, if your story is gonna be set in my neck of the woods, then I'm gonna be on your cover. Big Ben in your area. Do you have a poetry book? I actually have quite a few. Whoop-pow! Look at all this poetry. You know, I have all these poetry books, but I hardly read poetry anymore. Maybe I should get back into it because I do enjoy it. I love how dramatic it is because I myself am super dramatic. As if I had to tell you that. Do you have a book that has an award stamped on it? I do. I have quite a few, I think. Award! 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 That's all I'm gonna show you. I'm sure there's more on my bookshelf, but that's all I could find. I want an award. What do I gotta do to get a dang award? Write a dang book. Oh! Ooh, that burned. Do you have a book written by an author that has the same initials as you? Yep, John Green. It's an honor. It's upside down. It's an honor to share initials with such an esteemed author, I tell you. Do you have a book of short stories? Indeed, because you love to hate me. Here comes the self-promo. This book has a bunch of stories about villains. I'm in this book, not as a villain because I'm not a villain, but I wrote a little section of it. I wrote about death because apparently I like to talk about morbid things. Do you have a book that's between 500 and 510 pages long? Like specifically between 500 and 510? I feel like I do have that somewhere on my bookshelf. Cassandra Clare books are over 500. Is this one 500? The Bane Chronicles came through. It is a total of 507 pages. I still haven't read the Bane Chronicles. I really want to read the Bane Chronicles. I've just been putting it off for years and years and years, as I do with all my unread books. As I was looking for how many pages there were in this book, I realized that the last section of this book is just like a bunch of blank pages. Unnecessary. Why are we doing this, publishers? I'm just gonna assume that that was a printing error. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, Divergent, Insurgent, the first portion of Allegiant, The Fault in Our Stars, If I Stay, The Martian, Ready Player One, but I don't like to talk about this adaptation, Paper Towns, Everything Everything, The Sun Is Also a Star, The Hate You Give. I almost forgot Miss Peregrine's, how could I? That just names a few. Do you have a graphic novel? I have quite a nice graphic novel collection going, but my favorite is The Sculptor by Scott McCloud. It needs more love, it's expensive, but if your library has it, you should check it out, read it, fall in love with it, then come back here and tell me how much you love it, because I know you'll love it, and together we can both live in a world where we both love this graphic novel, because we need to live in a world where more people know about this graphic novel and love it just as much as we do. Did I make myself clear here? Hope so. Finally, do you have a book that's written by 2 or more authors? Yes, I do. One of my favorite trilogies is actually written by an author duo. The Illuminate trilogy. If you're looking for some sci-fi goodness, would recommend checking out this trilogy. That's it for this challenge. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed watching me lose my mind, because that's what happened today. Now I'm going to challenge you guys to find a specific book on your bookshelf, and you have to let me know what it is down below in the comments. I want you to go to your bookshelf and find a book that has white font on it. Let me know what that book is down below in the comments. For me, it's Miles Morales, a Spider-Man novel by Jason Reynolds, one of my faves. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright and that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye-oh!